Welcome to this exciting journey of learning English through reading. Learning English is like opening the door to a world full of opportunities, new friendships, better jobs, and endless adventures. But here's the secret. One of the most powerful and enjoyable ways to improve your English is by reading. Not just any reading, but reading with intention, emotion, and smart strategy. When you read, your mind absorbs new vocabulary, sentence structure, and even pronunciation, without you realizing it. It's like learning through osmosis, word by word, phrase by phrase. Whether you're flipping through a mystery novel, scanning a blog post, or enjoying a comic strip, every sentence you read takes you one step closer to fluency. Reading doesn't just teach you words. It teaches you how to think in English, how to feel in English, and how to express yourself clearly and confidently. You begin to understand tone, emotion, and cultural nuances that textbooks simply can't teach. So, how exactly do you learn English by reading? What should you read? How do you make it stick? In the guide ahead, you'll discover practical, inspiring, and proven techniques that will transform the way you read and the way you learn. Let's dive in and turn every page into progress. 1. Read what you enjoy. The most important step when learning English through reading is to start with content that truly excites you. Think of it like this. Would you rather force yourself through a boring textbook, or dive into a book, blog, or comic that makes you smile? Reading is much more effective when you're emotionally engaged. For example, if you're a fan of food, explore recipe blogs, restaurant reviews, or culinary travel books in English. If you're into mystery, then try detective novels or short stories like Sherlock Holmes. Love sports? Read player interviews, match commentaries, or even fan forums. My friend Ria, who used to struggle with English, fell in love with the Harry Potter series and read all 7 books in 6 months. Not only did her vocabulary skyrocket, but her confidence in using English improved dramatically. The trick is simple. When you're emotionally connected, learning feels effortless. 2. Choose the right level. Finding the right reading level is like choosing the right weight at the gym. Too heavy and you feel overwhelmed. Too light and you won't grow. The goal is to find material that challenges you without making you frustrated. For beginners, children's books like The Very Hungry Caterpillar or simple English news apps are great starting points. For intermediate learners, try graded readers, web comics, or simplified classic novels like The Secret Garden. Advanced learners can dive into real novels, professional blogs, or news articles from BBC and The Guardian. A student of mine, Daniel, started with comic books because they had pictures and simple dialogue. Over time, he worked his way up to reading full-length novels, and now he writes his own short stories. Every level has a doorway. Find yours and step through. 3. Read actively, not passively. Reading actively means you're not just seeing the words. You're thinking, questioning, and interacting with them. Instead of rushing through, slow down and engage. Ask yourself, what does this word mean? Why did the writer use this phrase? Highlight new vocabulary, underline confusing phrases, or jot down notes in the margin. A great technique is the look, guess, check method. Look at the sentence, guess the meaning of a new word, then check it in a dictionary. For example, when I read "The sun cast a golden hue over the valley," I didn't know what hue meant. I guessed it was something about light or color. When I checked, I found it meant a shade of color. That word stuck with me, because I figured it out step by step. Try this with stories you love, and you'll build a deeper connection with the language. 4. Create a vocabulary journal. A vocabulary journal is like your personal English toolkit. Every time you read and find a new word, write it down with its meaning, a sentence, and a note about where you found it. Over time, you'll build your own English dictionary that's completely personalized. For example, if you read the word serene in a novel and learn it means calm and peaceful, you might write, "The lake was serene as the sun set behind the mountains." You can even add synonyms like tranquil or quiet. My student Ahmed kept a notebook like this and reviewed 5 words every night before bed. Within a few months, he noticed that those words started popping up in his speaking and writing naturally. The secret is repetition and context, and your journal gives you both. 5. Read aloud. Reading aloud may feel strange at first, but it's a game changer for fluency and pronunciation. When you speak the words, your brain connects written English with spoken English. It helps you get used to the rhythm, tone, and sound of natural speech. I once worked with a learner named Maya, who would read 1 page aloud every morning. She started with storybooks like Charlotte's Web, and eventually moved on to articles and short plays. Not only did her pronunciation improve, but she became more confident in conversations. Try this. Read a dialogue from a book and act out both parts. Or read a poem and focus on the rhythm. It might feel silly, but it builds real speaking power over time. 6. Read every day even for 10 minutes. Reading every day builds momentum, and like any habit, consistency is more powerful than intensity. Even 10 minutes a day can create huge progress over weeks and months. You can read in the morning with your coffee, during your lunch break, or before going to bed. A student named Luca committed to reading 1 English article a day. At first, it took him 20 minutes to finish a short blog post. But after 2 months, he could finish the same kind of article in just 5 minutes and understand much more. Some easy daily reads include news digests, short stories, social media posts, or simple Wikipedia articles. Think of it like brushing your teeth. A small daily task with big long-term benefits.